Now, a national review into radiology services across the NHS in England has been launched after it emerged more than 20,000 X-rays at one hospital were not properly examined. Well, the Care Quality Commission is acting after junior doctors were left to interpret chest X-rays at Queen Alexandra Hospital in Portsmouth. Well, let's go there now to speak to our correspondent, Rebecca Williams. And these are pretty alarming revelations, aren't they, Rebecca?
There are, yes, and serious concerns. More than 25,000 X-rays haven't been properly examined. Those are not only for the chest, but also for the abdomen. I spoke to one gentleman who uses this hospital here in Portsmouth earlier on. He's got lung cancer. He had an X-ray just a month ago, and he's now worried that it wasn't checked properly. And of course, these findings have now given rise to a national investigation. Now, I have to say, usually when people have X-rays, it's down to a radiologist to check it, someone who is properly trained. But the Care Quality Commission have now issued this report, and I want to read you a bit of what they say because it is incredibly damning. Now, they say some junior doctors told us that they'd been given responsibility for reviewing chest and abdomen X-rays without appropriate training, although they felt that they were not competent or confident to do so. And then they go on to say, we have then learned that in some cases where signs of lung cancer were missed with serious consequences for the patients involved. This is clearly unacceptable. Now, those cases, there were 3 of them, sadly, and 2, the patients died. We understand that a couple of them went to the doctor, had an X-ray, and they weren't properly checked, and then when they went back, the symptoms had clearly got worse, and the cancer had spread. Now, we have asked the Queen Alexandra Hospital here in Portsmouth for an interview on camera. So far, they have declined, although they've issued a statement. And the chief executive of the trust has said that he deeply regrets the fact that patients weren't given the quality of care that they should have expected. He says they have apologised to the families who have been mentioned in that Care Quality Commission report, and he says he does take that report very seriously. But there are clearly a lot of concerns, and not just here in Portsmouth, but now that this investigation has been launched, concerns certainly up and down the country.
He said yes. Rebecca, thank you.
The Care Quality Commission's Chief Inspector of Hospitals has said in response to this, some junior doctors told us that they had been given responsibility for reviewing chest and abdomen X-rays without appropriate training, although they felt they were not competent or confident to do so. We then learned of some cases where signs of lung cancer were missed, with serious consequences for the patients involved. This is clearly unacceptable.